My mama, my granny, my auntie. Like, so they all sound with it. So this is where the kicker comes in. I want y'all to pay attention. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take song 1, video 1. You're going to dedicate that to person number 1, and they're going to star in the video. All right, y'all wait, maybe 2 is better. Song 2, video 2. You're going to dedicate that to person number 2, and you're going to star in the video. 3 has got to be better. 3 got to be better. Song 3, video 3, you're going to dedicate that to person number 3, and they're going to star in the video. Let's just say they was hot. They wasn't as well behaved as y'all. They was cussing. They was mad. Yelling. Like, I had to let them go for a little bit. And I said, hold on. Why you so mad? They said, man, Chris, I killed somebody that tried to play that song with my mama. I burned the whole set down if they tried to have my little sister in there looking like the H word. I was like, interesting. So let me ask you a question. Do you not realize that every last one of those young ladies that you're subjecting to just being your lustful object, that you're just trying to look at her backside and you know nothing of her worth, that's somebody's mother, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's aunt, that's somebody's cousin.
You better speak.
So the next time you look at Nicki Minaj, I want you to replace that with your sister's name.
Ooh.
And I want to know if you're going to share that video as much as you did before. Why not? That's disturbing. But I mean, you don't have to watch it. It's just somebody else going to enjoy it the way you enjoy it next to you. Why? Look, get mad. I mean, let me give you a hug, brother. I don't want you to set nothing up. You all right? Okay. She's like, not my sister. No. So I'm going through this process and it kept going. And y'all might not have this mentality. But one of the young men stood up. He was like, wait a minute, Chris. I hear what you're saying, but my sister ain't no real H. I said, oh, okay. I got you. Understand. How many of y'all know that people go through things in life that you may never know about? And that affects how they respond. Anybody ever feel misunderstood? Like somebody don't know where you're coming from? They may look at the surface of your circumstances, but they don't take the time to look at what happened to cause that. She like, yes, we there? We there. So this is what I had to do. I said, I want y'all to pretend like I'm just one of the boys, and you gotta be 100% honest. That's it. Just be 100% honest. They're like, cool, we can do that. I was like, all right. Remember, I'm just Mr. Chris. I'm not Mr. Chris, I'm just one of the boys. So I walked up to him, I said, hey, this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to realize, I got these super bad H words we can go and do something with. Y'all down? And they was like, y'all are good guys. They was like, yes. Let's do it. Because I told them, I was like, man, they like Beyonce bad. They was like, I've been looking for Bay all my life. Yes. So they was crook. I said, cool. That's what's up. I said, okay, we're going to do this one more time. We're going to do it one more time. Y'all ready? And they're like, yeah. I said, okay, we got these real lovely young ladies we can go in history. But see, here's the thing. They've been molested since about the age of 9. They've seen all types of domestic violence. They really got low self-esteem in themselves, and they're really just looking for somebody to love them. But what we're going to do is make them think that we love them, and then we're going to smash, and then we're going to leave them even more broken than before, and leave them on all types of bad issues and struggles and everything that go along with it. You down? They was like, no. Dang, Chris, how you gonna say something like that? Like, they questioning my character now. They like, you supposed to be my man. I don't want to talk to you no more. That's horrible. I said, oh, so y'all feel different? Every last one of the guys that was like, yeah, let's do it for the first one, was like, no, I'm not gonna do that on the second one. And then I had to tell them the full story. I said, well, here's the deal. I talked about the same girl both times. Just one time I called her the H word. The second time I told you what she'd been through. And they stopped for 15 minutes. And all they could do was think, because when they just saw her It's just the H word. When they saw her as less than human, it was okay to do whatever. And that's where so many young men are. So many young men see these beautiful queens as nothing but their sexual objects. And how can they see them as anything different when they don't have a father to teach them that you're supposed to be treated like they want their mother, sister, and daughter to be treated. You're supposed to be talked to that way. You're supposed to be cared about that way. But what happens when y'all don't have a daddy to tell you that? What happens when you don't know that the way you're being treated by particular young men is not okay? But even worse on that, what happens when your homegirl or somebody that's not your homegirl is going through that same process and you begin to bash her? You call her those same words that the other sex might use. And she feels even more broken because she doesn't even get the acceptance from them, so it pushes her closer and closer to being abused. That's why I wrote this book. Because I saw more and more and more young people that didn't know their word. We want mama there. Can't replace mama. But daddy is the one that teaches you how to be a man. Daddy is the one that tells you that you're beautiful and encourages you to understand, when one of these little knuckleheads come around talking crazy, daddy got a headlock for him. But when daddy not there, a lot of times, and I'm not trying to say all of y'all are like that, but is it possible that some of y'all know someone that behaves or sees young ladies that way? Okay. So the thing that came forward with me is, how are we going to move forward and help young men, young ladies begin to know their worth? So that's why I wrote the book. And in the book, it's a collaboration of true stories. But the thing that I really wanted to happen is I wanted y'all's voice to be heard. I operate off a simple motto. When I do my mentoring, I say, seek to understand before you ask to be understood. Before I can come to you and tell you what you need to do, I need to know where you're coming from. I need to know what's going on in your life, or I'm going to be like that other person that's judging you and looking at the surface of your circumstances and then trying to respond to you by what just may be something else that happened. So we're going to make a shift because y'all looking at me like I shot y'all puppy. So, how many of y'all are in control of your emotions? You lying? No, I'm just playing. You probably lying, right? You in control of your emotions? So I slap you right now, you all good? What? That you ain't in control of your emotions then. You want to be. Oh. You in control of your emotions? Okay, I'm gonna just say yes. I'm in trouble with you. I don't want them problems. You in control of your emotions? Okay. I need 2 girl volunteers. You already ready. Come on, y'all 2 boy volunteers. Matter of fact, I just need 1. Come on.
Oh gosh, Jim.
Trinity. Aaliyah. What's up? Jake. Alright, I want you to come sit right here. Now, I want y'all to pretend like we in a car. Vroom, vroom. We in a car. What kind of car? Range Rover? A little Honda? She said we broke. We in the Honda. So, little Civic. Good gas mileage though, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, I want y'all to answer some questions for me. Can y'all do that? Okay, so what I want y'all to do is pretend like we in the car right now. And these my kids. But they way younger than what they look like. You know, he only 2 years old. She 3, but she the strongest 3-year-old in the world. But she older. She's 16. Yeah. So, we got my brother right here. So we driving. And all of a sudden, he get mad. and he ready to go home. So he starts screaming. He's like, I want to go home. Say, I want to go home. Say, oh. I got that, I want to go home. So he back there acting a fool. Now, if any of y'all's mama was like, Mama? She got that extra long arm coming from both sides. Like, she ain't missed nothing on the wheel either. She like, what? Shut up. So, now here's my question. He's ready to go home. I'm driving. Who control where we go? Me. But he in my ear yelling all hard, like he want to go home. Who control where we go? You. Okay. All right. Gotcha. So this is anger. This is hungry. She ready to eat. She like, Daddy, I want to go to McDonald's right now. I'm like, hey, we gonna eat at the house? Don't worry about it. Boy. But she's still mad. She ready to go to McDonald's. So she's screaming, yelling. She ready to go to McDonald's. She hungry. She ready to go. I'm driving. She back there. Who control where we go? You. Me still? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I control where we go. Now this is the sweet baby right here. She's sweet. This daddy baby. This is girl. She's so sweet. She just got me wrapped around her pink fingers. Just.
She ain't got nothing. But she said
So,
in that moment.
She back here, she said, Daddy, I don't feel good. I want to go home. But I got somewhere I need to be though. So my baby not feeling good. She's sick. She don't feel good. I'm driving. Who control where we go? Yeah. Wait a minute. Y'all just heard me say the baby's sick. She control it? No. Like y'all. What? I still control her. She influences, but who controls where I go? You. I control, but she influences. Okay, all right. Okay, so we back to Jay. This done took it to a whole nother level. Because Jay done got out his car seat. And he done grabbed the wheel. So I'm ready to go home. So Jay done came over here, we in the car, and he got his hand, and it's all on the driver. Okay, so he here. Who control where we go? You. Come on, I just told you the brother got out of his car seat. And he got his hand on the wheel. So, he control? You. He control? So what do I need to do about this situation? You said stop and put him back in his car seat. Push him back. Keep driving and just push him back? You said park it? So park the car, put him back in his car seat. So we just pulled out. You better be glad we in public. Still people. I ain't trying to go to jail today. So now, I told y'all she's the strongest 3-year-old in the world. She ready to eat. Not only did she get out her car seat, she unbuckled my seat, put me in the passenger seat, and now she in the driver's seat. Now, who is control of where we go? Now, who's responsible if she hits something? You. I ain't driving. You be quiet. It's my responsibility, but she driving. But she in the driver's seat though. The car in my name, I'm the adult, it's still. All right. I'll get that thing. We done hit 4 people and now I gotta pay for it. Because y'all say that it's still my responsibility. Okay. Now sweet baby 6, she don't feel good. She said, Daddy, can I drive? But she's 16. So I can't tell her no. So she comes up, she get into the driver's seat, and I'm over here. Oh Lord. So I get comfortable and I go to sleep. Everybody in the car sleep. And she hit something and we still sleep. Like she ran over it silently and she looked over and we didn't wake up. So she decided to go ahead and hop out the car. And she walked home. We wake up with the police, with the guns and the flashlights in our face, and we wake up. Who responsible? Come on, man. She just drove. So she driving, I'm responsible for what she did. Yes. I don't want to hear all that. Adults and everything. Like, the police is here. I need somebody to blame. Blame him, Jay. Jay, you going to jail. Okay. So, come back over here. Now, let's close this off. And let me see if y'all view it the same way. Jay, like I told y'all, represents anger. Jay got out of his car seat and started grabbing the wheel. Now, y'all told me, oh Lord. Y'all told me that even though he grabbed the wheel, I'm still responsible and I'm still in control where we go. Now, what I want to ask you is when you get angry and you make a decision that might not be the best decision, everybody made a bad decision while it was made. Now the tables have turned and everything. I was comfortable with telling me I was responsible. So what do you need to do when you get mad?
Take responsibility.
Restrain?
I think I was just angry with the.
Well, here's the thing. The same thing that y'all told me that I need to do with him, I needed to stop and put him back in his car seat.
Yeah, you do.
So that means I need to stop. Y'all need to stop because y'all already put me in jail 4 times. You need to stop and put your anger in its place before you continue to drive, right? Because if you let your anger continue to reach and grab for this wheel, what's more than likely is going to happen? You're going to crash. And who's going to be responsible for it? Because guess what? You don't get to blame anger for the decision you made. Oh. So, hungry. Who mad when they hungry? Look, everybody raised their hand. So hungry done took over. And she moved me out. Has anybody, go ahead and step up, has anybody ever been in a position where they felt like they was watching themselves do something? They were so upset. It was like, that ain't even me. But who you gonna blame it on? Because it's your body. Can't nobody see into your eyes. Like, oh, that wasn't her. That was anger. Like, but in this situation, it's a little more difficult because I don't just get to stop and put her back in place. I got to do a little more. Because it may not be as pretty as putting my foot on the brakes. Because now, because I've gone too far with anger, I got to make a more aggressive stop to this. I'm going to have to take the keys out. Because if I continue to allow her to drive this car, I'm responsible for everybody she hurts, right? So when you have allowed your anger to take over you, you can't just say, I was angry. Because whatever you allowed to come out your mouth, whether the physical damage you did, whatever decision you made while anger was in control, who's responsible? Oh. Now, do you want people to know you and have your identity based off a time where they experienced you while your 3-year-old was driving? No. Oh, okay. All right, so go ahead and step back. Now, this is probably the most difficult. Because she forced me out of this position. But she asked me. So I stepped over and she stepped up. Y'all know who she is? She's depression. See, depression is a little different because you make the agreement to allow her to operate. And sometimes it's not so drastic because she's 16, she can drive. And we got comfortable while she was driving. And that's the thing, sometimes when you allow depression to continue to operate, and I'm gonna tell you something right now, you know the prettiest smiles hide the deepest pain?
Yes.
So all of y'all that's smiling, happy, go lucky, y'all ready to swing off or something and whipping and nay, you might be depressed. And don't want nobody to know. Don't be. Hey, you getting me for real. This is supposed to be an illustration. But in a place of depression, you know what's kind of hard about depression? Because just like in the scenario we talked about, when depression leaves, sometimes you don't know how you got there. You don't know how you got in the position that you're in, and by that time, it can feel like it's too late. And you're going to have to take responsibility for how you responded to somebody that you ignored, somebody that you hurt, somebody that you were not aware that you did something to. You're still responsible. But the thing with depression, you have to get back in the driver's seat. Now, don't nobody want to get back in the driver's seat after all the damage has been done and now it's time for the issues. Because you know what a lot of us want to do? We want to stay over here. Because people have an understanding for depression. Oh, she was depressed. Oh, he was depressed. He had a lot going on. And the same thing I say in my book, that explains, but it does not excuse. So right after you're stepping in and understanding the depression, and I'm not saying that it doesn't have a heavy impact on what you do, but that's not it. That's not where it stops. Because if you just stay in this place, when is your car going to start moving? How long do we allow depression to keep us from moving forward? How many people don't know our greatness and what we have to offer because on the inside, we wanted to grab that wheel, we wanted to jump in and show people how we move, how we go, but depression is right there and it's invisible. Because ain't nobody in the seat, right? But you know what's waiting for me in the seat? Responsibility. Anybody ever been afraid to take responsibility for an action? When you may not realize just what you did and how bad it could possibly be? So the answer to dealing with this, I gotta get back over here and understand depression is coming back. So come back over here. Because just like kids, ain't nobody tell me I need to throw the kids out the car. You don't get to throw your emotions out either. You have to learn to put them in a proper place. Now, as frustrated as baby girl done made me, I still gotta feed her. I'm gonna have to deal with hunger. As many times as I want to slide him, I gotta deal with anger. I'm gonna have to comfort anger. And it's not always at the time where it may seem convenient, but at some point, I'm gonna have to come back and deal with it. So when you start talking about your identity, you start talking about your emotions, you don't get to throw them out. You ever had somebody say, well, stop being angry.
Boy.
You stop breathing. Just stop. It's frustrating. But the question is also, have we ever told anybody that? Maybe y'all better than me. I have. But stop tripping. Stop doing this, stop doing whatever. But I spoke out of ignorance because I didn't know what was behind it. I didn't know the things that was going on. So thank y'all so much. Y'all give them a hand.